If it's anything like the first two contests in the series, it's going to be a thrilling finale.
Arm seam to start things off to Monak Patel. Starts off very nicely. Good movement back in. And this will be an interesting thing to watch, Peter, because a lot of people have questioned Monak Patel upper. Attacking the pads of Monak Patel. Big shout. And he's giving him Sampal Kami. How good was he yesterday? 4 wickets in total. And he's picked up his first and just his second delivery.
Well, I said that enough of him because he's just done non-stop damage over the last 24 hours. Full and straight, but was it straight enough? That one looks like it might have been tailing down leg, and that ball is going off the pads and going straight to square leg. That's an in.
This one's going to beat the fielder inside the ring. One of the few chances.
USA at the top of the order for 15 years.
Outside edge away from the fielders. Saiteja Mukamala is not going to sit around. He likes to.
Before he's gotten his eye in, this is the channel that Erjan Daka wants the ball, can target.
That's skied straight up. Nepal is underneath it, and that man's never going to put it down. Dipendra Singh gets the crowd roaring, and Erjan Daka strikes.
Well, I said he's a guy that USA probably feels they can target because they've had so many issues against Sampal Kami. They've had so many issues against Karen KC. He's got magnets on his jersey. Dipendra Singh, the ball.
Man. As Jones goes inside out towards Dakal, who takes the catch.
The off stump, but Rajbanshi follows him. He's unable to really get underneath it. And that's the short side of the ground. Certain batter, smart to bring him in early in the partnership.
It's not a good delivery though. It's a drag down and really good use of the crease from Milan. Just allowed Gulshan Jah to bowl to them through these middle overs. Mukamala recognises that his fourth and final.
Just too much width there. Milan Kumar. Andre's house just
bowls him. And it's Kami again. Well, what a 48 hours he's having. He's been in this team for over a decade. One of Nepal's great servants. But I don't think he's ever had 2 better days consecutively in the blue and red of Nepal. The hero last night. He's turning into the hero again tonight. And Mukamala's. This goes a long way up. He hasn't got enough of it. Anil Shah nestles underneath it. And that's the biggest cheer of the night, because Sampal Kami has another in the most halcyon of 2 days for one of Nepal's finest. He's got 3 for, I'm not sure if Anil Shah could see it out of the floodlights, but he managed to hold on. And Jahangir never got going. He's the latest American batter to fall.
Andrew Leonard, this isn't one of them.
No, that's more like it. And finally, something to the shorter side. It's Harmeet Singh showing that he does have that ability to clear the ropes. And it's a maximum from the penultimate delivery. It's Harmeet Singh.
Negate the short boundary on one side.
Final delivery of the first innings should get at least 2. Dipendra Singh is going after this like a rocket. He picks up one-handed. He throws flat. Oh, he's nearly created a chance as the relay goes on to the stumps. Well, Usain Bolt out there on the far side has run about 60 yards to get to that.
And Harmeet Singh found a couple runs, but now all on the bowlers.
Something that Nepal probably haven't done in this series with
total. You can live with this early on.
Well, that's much more like it. And that one's not coming back. It's gone many a mile. Maybe the shorter boundary, but that would have been 6 on the larger one. Netravalkar just getting the line wrong. And the key was there. Asif Sheikh doesn't try to overhit. Just goes with it and gets it all the way for the first maximum of the chase.
Yeah, shades of Sai Mukamala against Arif Sheikh.
Go around this
Lenny, I'm Gen Z. I gotta love a meme, don't I?
Yeah, that's a great stroke. That's Anil Shah at his fluent best. It's gone a long way, but not all the way. 1 bounce and 4. Banged into the surface by Drysdale. He was sitting on the back foot, almost expecting it, and Shah gets his first boundary.
This is the one criticism you'll have with Janoy Drysdale. He just tends to get stale after you've seen him once. He doesn't rush.
Done a brilliant job again. That's nicely guided. That might be 4 more. Look at how good the surface is, and look at how quick the outfield is. The Nepal fans are getting on top of USA here now.
It's just brilliant work from Anil Shah. Not much wrong with that delivery. It wasn't that wide. He just created the room and opened the wrist very, very late.
Now that's an authoritative stroke. In fact, one of the strokes of the evening. It's not going to be 6, but it will be 4 more. It's a massive over. It could well have had a wicket in it, but instead there's been 3 boundaries and 16 runs in total from it. It's 33 for none. Away from home win here as Jesse Singh comes into the attack. This looks very close and is given. And Singh roars with delight. And rightly so. I think for me that's a good call on first viewing. Only question might have been height, but it's the back foot. And the crowd that were reaching fever pitch have been silenced.
Well, the roar there from Jesse Singh, I think it's 33 for 1 now in the 5th.
It's a chance. To add insult to injury, how often do you see this? The ball after the drop chance, he just slashes it away. Stand and deliver stuff, gave himself some room, gets on top of the bounce and gets 4. 5 have been bowled. It's 40 for 1. Bring to you. Oh, what a stroke. He's certainly back in form, isn't he? Because that's out of the ground. That may well be the shot of the series. A skip down the track and 100 metres plus all the way, bouncing down the main highway and Grand Prairie.
Well, how about that from Kushal?
Swept away. There's a lot of real estate out there, and Jesse Singh has an awful lot of work to do. He almost gives it up. He slides around the wrong side of the ball. Kenjigate's first over goes for 14. Nepal are well in control of this chase at the end of the first power play.
And even more body language from Asif Sheikh with authority, pumping that one over mid-off for 4.
You mentioned the looks in the field. Well, look on Jesse Singh. That's just a real nothing delivery. It's sat there up in the slot. It's wide. That's not where he's going to want here.
Great placement. Impeccable placement by Asif Sheikh. Threads the needle through backward point. Beats Jahangir at sweeper. Another boundary for Nepal. Yeah, but that would bring a tear to his eye. And this will bring a tear to USA's eyes. And a happy tear for Nepal fans as that one clears the sight screen. Asif Sheikh is on fire.
Straight as you like, and my goodness, our camera crew might need to get some helmets on, maybe some protective gear, because that one has just gone under them. Yeah, take away, boys. Well done surviving that one. And the USA are scrambling for answers because while they're still behind the 8 ball.
You could see Asif Sheikh was thinking about going big. Instead, he's content to tap it for a single to bring up a half century off 38 balls. And it gives another charge into the crowd. The Nepal fans are loving it. It's 83 for 1 at the halfway stage of this innings as the players take a break for drinks. Janoy Drysdale starts the 11th, and he could have a wicket here. He hasn't had luck earlier in the night, had a chance, dropped off his bowling in the 4th over, but this time the man who dropped that earlier chance in the 4th over, Jesse Singh, holds on at long off.
Needed that, did the USA, had to find a wicket, and this is what Janoy Drysdale can do. He can just surprise you with the bounce that he gets, but say the second wicket falls for Nepal. A well-made 50 for Asif Sheikh. He'll get a handy applause as he...
Right here. And again, sticking to the plan to keep it short. And yet the timing is exquisite. They didn't want to pitch it up, and yet Kushal Mala makes Drysdale pay anyway, ruins a would-be maiden over. Instead, 4 runs conceded off the final ball.
All the way on the back foot, create a false shot.
Diving over the ball is Jahangir. USA's fielding just hasn't been good enough tonight or in the series as a whole. Another boundary for Kushal Bhurtel.
Again, this is just a sign of things not going USA's way. They just haven't found any way to keep momentum.
As Kushal Mala is going to take him on and hit it to his right. You sense that Kushal Mala, who battled so hard up in King City on the difficult tracks, was going to enjoy it when he came onto the flatter wickets here. Brought into the team to attack left arm spin, and that's what he's doing beautifully here.
Well, it's not just
here in Texas. Help drain the corner. That'll be 4. Not the right line from Drysdale. And USA, well, they're being blown away here.
Well, Ahmed Patel compared some of the shots that Saimo Kamal was playing to Surya Kumar Yadav, and I know they're both right-handers, but
Just one Annapurna, but 2 Annapurnas. As Mala goes through the offside very elegantly for 4 more. Are we seeing a return of a second Kushal back to his best? After Bhurtel blitzed his way into form, now it's his namesake Kushal Mala who's looking really good.
well, we're there for.
He's worked into the leg side, gonna be 4. And it's another misfield, not easy for Aaron Jones, but they just cannot get their positioning right on the larger side of the ground. And now it's just a run ball that's needed.
Too short. Jesse Singh's pace tonight just sits up waiting to be whacked. Aaron Jones, say.
And there it is, right on cue, and he does get enough of it. Kushal Mala loves left arm spin, and the meme yesterday was, we're so back. Both Kushals are now back. What a stroke, what a shot, what a player. Here we go, scores are tied. And Mala will just punch it for a single. There's no need to do any more than that. And listen to the roar of the crowd. It's a historic, a famous, a landmark Himalayan clean sweep in Texas. It's the first time that Nepal have ever taken a whitewash in any T20I series. They've done it over a side that went to the Super 8 of the T20 World Cup here on home soil. They came in as underdogs, but they will leave as comfortable victors. It belongs to Nepal. They are